Radio Rahim here with John David Jackson. We're in New York, man. It's been a minute since we've got a chance to catch up. You're in the main event. Your fighter, it appears to have an uphill battle, but, you know, I saw him at the workouts. He looks sharp. He looks definitely focused and ready mentally. Talk to me about the challenge that's ahead of Arias coming in against Danny Jacobs.
Well, as far as an uphill battle, Jacobs has the uphill battle. I know people are going to say you're crazy, but Luis is a hell of a fighter. One of the most decorated amateur boxers out there. Most people inside of boxing know him. So it's not really a secret of what he can do. He's been on the radar as far as professionally because he had a little bit of a promotional problem early on in his career. But that's okay because he's hungry. And he's watched some of his fellow amateur fighters pass him as in the professional ranks. And he's hungry. He wants to prove that he not only deserves to be there, he deserves to be champion. And hopefully when this mess will settle with Canelo and Triple G or however it's going to work out, once the smoke clears and the dust settles, he'll be in line for a shot at the winner of that, or at least get a shot at a belt.
You know, he doesn't have as many fights, I think, as he would like, and the competition doesn't. There's not, you know, the notable names on his record. And he says it's because Jacobs, you know, has basically had the promotion route, the protected route, and if he had that route, he'd be a superstar by now. So, first of all, do you agree with that? And then secondly, we've seen a lot of Jacobs against a lot of good fighters. Does that help you in a situation like this with a fighter who has less experience, but you've got so much tape on your opponent?
You know, in some cases that would help tremendously. But, you know, you have to really look at, you know, I want the fans to really sit back and look at Jacobs. Don't get me wrong. He beat cancer and God bless him for that. That in itself is a great accomplishment. He hooked up with Haymon. Haymon got him to where he's at. His two biggest fights that he had, he got knocked out by one kid, and then he went the distance with Triple G. He didn't beat Triple G, but you know, but he's getting praised like it was a great thing to go the distance. So he went the distance. You didn't win. So in the end, you still didn't win. So what accomplishment did you really accomplish in going the distance? Because you went the distance, you didn't win the fight. It was there for you to win because there's certain things being said why Triple G didn't go for the knockout. I don't know if that's true or not, but you had that was your shot and you didn't prevail. You didn't win the fight, so you're like everybody else. You're back in line, and now you're gonna fight a kid who's hungry, who wants to get where he wants to taste what you tasted, but at an even higher level, he wants to win it. Because if I fight for the title and I don't win it, what did I accomplish? I just fought for the title. I didn't win it. He's getting praised for going the distance. Now you got to fight a kid who wants what tasted what you had, and now you fight a hungry kid who's hungrier, and gonna put way more pressure on you than Triple G did. So, you know, Jacobs may be a nice guy. I don't know him personally, but boxing-wise, he's been blessed. He had a lot of help. You know, I helped him a lot. You know, and they can say what they want to say. If he didn't have Al Haymon in his corner, he wouldn't be where he's at today because Al protected him a lot. And now you have to fight somebody who's willing to do it, to die in the ring, to get to the next level.
You are one of the guys who's been around the sport for so long. You've seen so many eras, and now, after I don't know if you want to call it a Kovalev era in your career, but it was certainly, you know, a significant time. Post that situation, what does your stable look like? Who do you feel like is the best fighter that you're training right now? What are you most excited about?
Well, I'm excited about Luis. He's right now he's next in line. Then I have Brian Jennings. He has a fight December 9th. And then he's I don't want to spill the beans, but he has something big in early next year. Then, you know, I have Miguel Cruz. He's a welterweight from Orlando. I have him. I have a young kid. He's a bantamweight. He's 8-0, 6 knockouts. His name is Lawrence Newton. Call him BT, big time. He's someone that we watch out for. He can fight.
You know, you mentioned Brian Jennings. The heavyweight division is a moneymaker right now. There's finally a lot of heat on it. What did you make of Wilder's fight last Saturday, the first round knockout of Stavern, and Joshua's fight the week before?
I didn't see Joshua's fight, but with Stavern, he didn't give himself the best chance, man. He came in like 282, something like that. I didn't watch the fight, but I caught him replay, but he didn't give himself any chance to win that fight. You know, I don't know what the problem was, why he came in so heavy. He just didn't train for the fight properly, and Wilder did what he's supposed to do. He got him out of there. So, you know, but that doesn't say much for Wilder as far as what he can really do. He has to fight someone who's gonna really test him. You know, I haven't seen a real test. I'm not, you know, degrading him or say he can't fight. I'm just, he needs a real test. And right now, he didn't have the test. But in the future, he'll probably get a test, because right now the division's hot. It's there's more than one guy controlling it. You know, you get Wilder from America, Joshua from overseas and from England. So that's nice. You know, there's a mix, and you have a lot of different guys.
Do you have a favorite among those two guys? I mean, I think hopefully they both get a big test sometime next year. They face each other. How do you see it shaking out?
Interesting fight. I can't really call a winner right now. You know, it's an interesting fight. They're both still kind of, as far as who's better tactically, I couldn't really tell you. I guess you give Wilder the edge in punching power, but you know they're still both kind of right now. There's no real conclusive winner on that fight.
You know, they say no matter how long you go in a profession, that you can still learn something. You're a trainer. I'm sure you imparted that to your fighters. I wonder, after what went down with Kovalev and all the things that transpired, what you learned from that situation. What do you take away from it after having parted ways?
Well, I learned he's ungrateful. He's listen, I learned that's one fighter that's ungrateful. You know, not every fighter is going to be grateful for the things that you do for them. Here's a guy who won the title and then got big-headed and also thought he'd done anything himself. He started taking all the credit for himself, saying no one's teaching him, no one's promoting him. You know, he would say bad things about his promotional company. He would say things about me. You know, he did everything himself. And okay, fine. But if you know, when I first got you, you could punch, but you couldn't fight. Now you can fight, but you know, I didn't teach you anything, so I let that go. You know, I got a little surprise for him. So, but I'll tell you this: any fighter that fights him, if you go to the body on a guy who drinks vodka like crazy, you'll stop him. Listen, I told Don Turner, our cut man, a week before the fight, I said, if Ward goes to the body, this guy's done. He's done. And that's what Ward did.
You said you got a surprise for him. What's a surprise?
No, he been talking. Listen, I got something for him. He's been yapping his mouth a lot. I got something for him.
Oh man, now I want to know. What do you mean? You got like a fighter lineup?
No. Listen, don't leave it like that. I got a surprise for him.
We know he's fighting in just a couple weeks on the 25th. Without you, how do you see the trajectory of his career going? Knowing what you know, can he be successful?
Honestly, I could care less what he does at this point. With the state of boxing and with 4 belts out there, he can get listened, and he's going to fight this kid Shabransky for the BO title. He could be champion again, but listen, until he beats Ward, and listen, I can't blame Ward for leaving. Ward was smart. Until you beat the man who beat you, you can't really truly call yourself champion. Now you can go around and say I'm champ, but guess what? There's somebody that beat you. First time, it was questionable. Second time, you quit, and he stopped you. So, you know, you can't really say much until you beat Ward. You can't call yourself champion. I don't care who you beat for the title. The man that beat you is still out there. Who you gonna call yourself? I'm champ? Man, get the hell out of here. You ain't champ. Champ retired.
Radio Rahim with John David Jackson.